That's too bright, isn't it? Huh. I don't know I can do anything about that. Let me shut that light off. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right with you. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, everybody. What is up? I know I'm messing everybody up, but I'm starting a little early, and I guess I'm starting a little late, depending on what time zone you're in. But we're here, so... Hey, Simon. Hey, King of Chalk. Hey, Keith James. How you doing from New Zealand? Welcome. Hey, Alexander. What's going on, man? Tim K. John Stratton. Hello, Maniac. Grammy, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Was missing your vids today. Well... had a little bit of a day off today, so let me move some stuff around, get my shoes kicked off here and relax. Hey, Don, Dave, placed VCR. I can't do live streaming, can't think of things to say on the spot. My videos are getting better. Good, I'm glad your videos are getting better. Hey, Danny, sup? Is it me or has it frozen? Refresh maybe. Hey, late as ever. Just starting, man. Hey, Sluggo, Patrick. What did you have at Annie's? I had the most amazing shrimp and andouille pasta. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Hey, Whole Shot. Making sure... Maniac, I am absolutely awesome. Awesome. Don's in the house. Hey, Second Chance, Dale. Mike, how you doing? Any good news? Jared, wonderful news going on up here. I'll get to all that stuff here in just a little bit. Hey, Smoking, Patrick. Yeah. Okay, guys, so awesome day today. Just couldn't get any better. Woke up this morning on this beautiful catamaran here in St. Augustine, Florida. Just had an absolute wonderful night's sleep. Slept right through, except for the dog bumping me occasionally. It was just perfect. Been warm. It's been sunny. It's just been gorgeous here in St. Augustine. And I took the day to... I ran over to the Winn-Dixie store and I picked up some poppin' beer and some breakfast. And... I took a shower today. That's the extent of what I accomplished today. I did spend some time on the internet. I watched some videos. I did some of that kind of stuff. But I really didn't do much in the way of constructive stuff. I worked a little bit on some accounting and did some research on my brakes and looked at a lot of boats. I looked at a ton of boats today. But I just basically sat here and was on the internet shopping and looking at boats and things like that. And just breathing and taking it easy and just having a really wonderful time. And then a little bit ago, my hair may look like a mess, guys, but I'm taking my hat off. Take my hat off to you guys. A little bit ago, one of my friends here on the channel, one of the viewers called up and said, hey, I'd like to take you out to dinner, and I was like, cool. So he lives like a half hour south of here. John and his daughter, Alicia, they drove all the way over here and took me out to dinner. And right here at the restaurant right now, I mean, just phenomenal. You guys absolutely rock. You guys out there in YouTube land absolutely rock. What a phenomenal, great bunch of people that I have in my community here. You guys just you just honor me every day for knowing you guys, and I just want to say thanks. You guys are just awesome. So very chipper. Yeah, I am. Grandpa, looking good after a day out. Yeah, I feel good, man. Look good, feel good. Took a nice cold shower. It felt awesome today. Really awesome. So hey, Maui Lay, how you doing, man? Steve's Vids, how you doing? Thumbs up for Daddy. There you go. Hey, Steve-O. Hey, shot Declan. You guys gonna go after Declan today? Poor guy. He's been nice. He's been trying to behave himself. And you guys are gonna go beat up on poor Declan. Well, that's just the way it is. I'm going to put these out there right now just to kind of get them out of the way for a little bit. As you guys know, I usually, you know, give a plug. So in case you guys want to jump in on the PayPal or stuff, there it is. You can do that. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine too. No problem. But I'm going to put them out there because I know people are going to ask. So I'll put them out now. And then I don't have to worry about it for a while. Maui Lei, having fun with the Moticons. I like that. Hey, Smoking, how you doing? Cool. All right. Got all the business stuff taken care of. So, I've been looking at a lot of really good boats. I really have. Hey, Declan, how you doing, man? I will end all the mods. Hold on. I guess I have a delivery here, guys. Hold on a minute. You have a what? Oh, gosh.
Here, I'll come to you.
Yeah, if you could, please. I'm right. Is this from the restaurant?
Yes, it's from right there. There's a gift card in there for you, too.
Oh, God. Thanks, guys.
All right, no problem.
I appreciate it. Come on, Lily. Get back in here. Lily, come. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to leave you, but people were on the back of the boat yelling at me that there was a surprise for me. Someone sent me dessert. I guess I got some dessert here. And a card even. Look at that. What is that? Not sure what that is. Ooh, little tasty tidbits. Andy, dude. Thank you so much, Andy. Oh, that's triggerfish. No, I don't know what that is. Thank you. Oh gosh, a gift card too? Andy, man, you didn't have to do that. Holy crap, dude. Awesome, Andy. Thank you so much, dude. You rock. Really appreciate. Oh, it's gator. Is that what it is? Gator. Okay. That made more sense because it kind of tasted fishy, but then a little bit porky at the same time. Andy, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So, and actually that's going to play very well. I mean, I'm not going to eat much of it because I just had dinner and, you know, Grandpa's on a diet, but, awesome little gator. Oh, man, that's so good. That's so good. Awesome little gator bites, Andy. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. While on that note, can't have gator without a beer. So I'm going to have beer and gator while we're talking here tonight, guys. Florida pond lizard. There you go. Tomorrow's dinner. It's one of Bobby's crickets. Yeah, nice one, Andy. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Winner, winner. Gator dinner. Eat the gator before the gator eats you. They would deliver beer. They don't need to deliver beer, man. I went out and picked up a 12-pack and put it in a cooler for myself. So the puppy needs some gator. Oh, I don't know. What sort of boat am I on? Stuart, I am on a 38-foot privileged catamaran. Some really good, super, incredibly nice folks are letting me hang out on, me and Lily hang out on their boat. Quiet. That's enough. Actually, I had a dog bone for her, but I gave it to her earlier, so. Some super nice folks are letting me hang out on their privileged 38 catamaran here in St. Augustine, Florida. And I'm right next to this beautiful restaurant here called Hurricane Patty's restaurant here. The food is awesome. I've eaten there twice, last night and again tonight. Fantastic food, great service. So, super stuff. I'm on a diet, famous last words, just a few nibbles before you know it, you have eaten the whole gator. Well, you know, that's how you eat a gator, one bite at a time, right? That dog is not used to the heat. No, she's not. She's been panting. I have to admit, it's not keeping her down. The heat's not keeping her down. She's running around having a ball. She actually went off the boat by herself this morning and got herself in trouble, and ran up the dock and was out visiting and playing with people before I caught up to her and dragged her back down here. So she's loving the boat. She thinks this is just the best boat ever, so she's having a ball on it. So had a wonderful dinner, John Harris. Thank you. Had a wonderful dinner. I had shrimp and Dewey sausage with linguine. It was awesome. Gator World like chicken. Actually, gator to me tastes more like pork chop, actually, than it does chicken. Any luck searching for boats? Yes, I've looked at a whole bunch of different boats, and I've been very happy with them. So, hello, Donna. Go for Green Living. Hey, everyone, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Grow for Green Living. I haven't seen you in a long time, guys. How you doing? Grandpa, did you find anything? Yes and no. I found a bunch of different boats. I have called a bunch of different people. I'm very definitely in the negotiating and talking phase with a lot of folks. Before I burn the gas to go drive, across the state to go look at a boat, I am advising people of what my situation is and what the deal has to be. And so a lot of people are talking and discussing things and coming back with counter offers and that kind of stuff. And so I'm looking at a few different boats and trying to wheel and deal on them with the proviso that, if we can agree to the terms and then the price is right and that kind of stuff, that I'm then going to go look at the boat. And if the boat is as they said it was, then I'd go forward and buy it. So, do you have people looking for boats for you? Yes, Stuart, I do. I'm getting people, and I love you guys, I really do. But people are sending me information about boats I'm getting like 100 of them a day. Almost more than I can look at. It's almost a full-time job just going through the emails and looking at all the boats. Some of them are kind of right what I'm looking for, and some of them are just way off and way outside the area. And I mean, I'm in Florida now, so I'm going to focus on buying boats in Florida. Just because I'm not going to go down island into the Caribbean and buy a boat on one of the remote islands. I'm just looking for something here. So, what's the plan for tomorrow? Well, the plan for tomorrow just changed dramatically. The plan for tomorrow was I was going to be heading out and going to start looking at some boats. But instead, the folks that own the catamaran here have actually asked me to stay a few more days. And I've agreed to do that. So I'm going to be here till like Thursday or Friday, I guess. And so that's going to give me another day here to just really chill out and relax and have some fun. And Lily, go lay down. Go lay down. Settle down. I think she just wants her 2 minutes of fame. So there she is. There's the Lily dog. Doing her usual goofy jumping up and down. You say hello to everybody? You going to say hello? No? You're not going to say hello? Now you're going to behave. Now you're on camera. Now you're going to behave. Okay. So that's how that is, I guess. Take your time to get... Yes, I'm going to be able to take my time and get the right one. Let's see. Nice. You got a few extra days. Oh, whole shot. Unbelievably nice to have a few extra days. Okay, now you're just behaving. Get down. You're a camera hog is what it is. You just want to be on camera, isn't it? Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, now we'll have 2 seconds before she's back up in here wanting stuff. So, hey, Brett Fields, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Ban Brett. I was thinking about your brakes last night. Your ABS should be okay. It's getting triggered by the caliper sticking. Fix the caliper and it should be good. Whatever you do, start with the caliper first. Okay, we'll do that, Elysium. I've been looking at it. I've been getting a lot of advice from a lot of different people. It may just be, I've got a whole bunch of brake dust up in there after the drive that's blocking the sensors. So I thought I might just start out with hosing them down with some brake cleaner and seeing if that doesn't change things first before I go too further into it. So she helped promote you. Dawn, she certainly does. She's great. That's like sending your kids to the neighbor's house. They're always well behaved there. Yeah, I don't think so. Friggin' snowing in Washington. Brett, better you than me, sir. Better you than me. I am so glad to be out of the cold. I haven't had to shovel snow in 10 days. I haven't had to get cold in 10 days. I am loving it down here in Florida. Absolutely loving it. So, Grandpa, if you find a boat and make a deal, how will you make monthly payments on the boat? Bob, because I have a YouTube channel that is growing very quickly. I'm going to be selling my truck, actually, to use that money for the down payment of the boat and to carry the financing while I build my YouTube channel. That's how I'm going to do it. So, most boat folks are good folks. Dale, they certainly are. It's been absolutely amazing how nice people have been, how supportive people have been all along the trip coming down here and down here in Florida. It's mind-boggling, guys. It's absolutely mind-boggling. Wish I was. Don, you know, you just got to do it, man. You just got to do it. Brett, right now it's about 78 degrees, 76 degrees outside. It's starting to cool off. Had a little bit of a rain shower this evening. It really knocked the temperature down. We were up into the 80s, but now it's really comfortable. So, yeah, don't forget to hit thumbs up, guys, if you would. 31 here. Oh, 31 degrees there. Wow. I am so glad not to be... Oh, come on. Don't do that. My phone's messing up here. It's not behaving. Okay. Uh-oh, a lot of trolls rolling in. Brake line is clogged on your truck. Might be, Mitch. Might be. We are watching on the way home. Oh, John. Hey, guys. How you doing? Yep, that John 401, he's the guy that took me out to dinner this evening. Him and his beautiful daughter, Alicia. Really nice folks. In fact, I did a little quick video. It's up on my channel. You should watch it. Really cool folks. Do you have a plan if YouTube is slow at first? Yes, I'm going to have the money from my truck to support me while I'm going. Guys, Gone with the Winds on their catamaran, went to the Bahamas and lived there for 6 months on $5 grand. If those two can live in the Bahamas on a catamaran for $5 grand, I can do it for less. And that's exactly what I plan on doing. So I'm going to go to the Bahamas and crank out some content, and we're going to build this channel. And we're going to be awesome. So, how are you making your $1,200 mortgage payment? Theo, you know, other people have asked me that. Frankly, that kind of stuff's none of your business. I mean, you know, you're not going to tell me all your financial details. I have made arrangements to have that covered. I'll just say that much. Well, if you must know, I've got somebody who's going to be renting the property. So, I've got someone renting it, and he's going to buy it this spring, but he's renting it for the winter. So, there you go. Going to be 11 tomorrow night here in Boise, Idaho. I'm glad I'm not there. 18 and snowing 7 inches here. Wow. 36 Fahrenheit here in Ireland. There you go, Dave. It's a V8, sir. Aka, it is a 7.3 liter turbo diesel. It's the very much sought after 7.3 liter turbo diesel in a 2001 Ford Excursion. All across Craigslist out here, where people are looking in that, you know, $15,000, $16,000, $17,000 range. I'm hoping to sell mine for $13,000, $14,000. So, and the ones that they're selling at $15,000 and $16,000 have at least 100,000 more miles on theirs than mine has. So, Gone WW spent $5,000 on hair products. Yeah, maybe. Hilly Lane, if you don't like this channel, go away. Yeah, Hilly Lane is getting an education, guys. I'm going to be a little patient with Hilly Lane. You have 12 patrons, no way it adds up now or in the future. Yeah, Hilly Lane just doesn't have a clue what's going on. He hasn't been on this stuff long enough to get an education and know what's happening. But moderators, if Hilly Lane continues to be an idiot, go ahead and whack him. But Hilly Lane will have to learn like anybody else. He just doesn't realize what's going on with the other channels in this genre to see what's happening with them. So, beautiful motor. Yes, it is a nice motor. Can we see Miss Lily? Connie, hold on. Lily. There she is. Can you see her? There you go, Miss Lily. She's just being a goof nut as usual. 4 of us of 25 years each fixing cars. Cool. So my Pearson 365 has some parts and scuba gear you might like. If you come through Gainesville, stop by and have a look. Also, room and shower still available. Awesome. I may take you up on that, Captain George. 57 here in Boston. Has a 7.3 and a 99 F350 cab. Nice truck. Awesome. Sought after motor. Yeah, that's the engine everybody wants. The 6.0 liter diesels in the Fords were no good. So, funny hearing you say it cooled down to 72. Yeah, it's nice, man. I believe you, Declan, we had a shower of hail yesterday. That was no joke. Cool. Let's see. Oh, what are you looking for in a boat, and would you consider a catch rig? I would consider almost anything, but I'm really looking for a boat with a sugar scoop. I want a boat that's going to be easy to get in and out of with scuba gear on. So, are you running a generator? No, Tim, I'm not running a generator, but I have the doors closed up to keep the dog contained, and so I have a fan on next to me, keeping me cool. So, you drink Beck, so where are you from? I'm from America. I'm American, but I do like Beck's beer. Especially when it's that ice cold. So, Kirkland bone. I gave her bone earlier. I brought in a couple and I gave that to her. I should have brought in more. So, I was just thinking if I'm going to make a donation, I want to a few things. My apologies. I was just thinking if I'm going to make a donation, I wanted to a few things. Theo, I'm not sure what you were doing there, but yeah, I mean, if you want to make a donation, do one. Let's talk. I'm kind of an open book for the most part. So, Tiger Lily, there you go. Hey, Don B, how you doing? Maui Lay, man, awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Really appreciate the donation there. That's awesome. Be nice or be banned. There you go. Did your sleep go on the boat last night? Yes, I slept on the boat last night. It was awesome. Gainesville's only about an hour from where you are at now. All right, cool. Back at you. Hold on. Lily, sit. Stop. Be quiet. She's all excited. As always, I do a live stream, she gets all excited. You know, yes, it's much easier for Lily to get on and off the boat with a sugar scoop. You must admit the head doors are a joke on boats. They are a little tight. I will admit that, but I make it through. Hey, John Harris. How old is Lily? Lily just turned 2 in October. I'm from Italy. Very nice channel. Well, thank you, Aka. I appreciate that. Tell the truth, you like beer. In some of my songs, I have casually mentioned the fact that I like to drink beer. This little song is more to the point, so roll up a barrel and lend me your ear. I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. There you go. 73 from Western Oklahoma. Do you hold a ham radio license? No, sir, I do not have a home radio license. You drink Beck's too. Cool. Hey, Michael. Andrew, how you doing? What's the boat news? Boat's news is we're shopping. We're shopping. We're looking at a bunch of boats. So, Lily wants her cage and a biscuit. Nelson, you've got that right. She wants her crate. She feels uncomfortable not having a crate to be safe in. So, maybe Lily needs a cold beer. I think Lily needs a Percocet or something. How is the starlight over there? It's cloudy and overcast tonight. We had a little rain come through a little bit ago. So, Carl, is Lily getting enough to drink? She sounds, yes, Dave. In fact, she just had a bowl of water. She spilt it. And just before the thing started, I gave her another one real quick. So she's fine in that regard. She just, when I'm talking and doing the live stream, she gets real excited about things. So she'll settle down here in a moment and she'll go lay down. If I ignore her, she'll go lay down. So, okay, take care and the best of luck to you. Well, thank you, Thea. I appreciate it. Applauding on the song. Yeah, old Tom T. Hall tune, huh? Hey, Kelly Binks, how you doing, man? From Kelly, Kim, and Megan. Awesome. She thinks you're talking to her. Yes, she does. She does. Maybe get Lily a cardboard box to substitute as a crate. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Go lay down. Get. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Every time I say go lay down, she takes about 3 steps back. I say it again, she takes 3 more steps. I say it again, she takes 3 more steps. And then as soon as I turn around and start talking her back, she comes right back up to me. So, at least it buys me a couple seconds. Larry, I'm in Monterey. Is your boat in the bay here? Next time down, love to see your boat. Cool. No comment section. What's up with that? What do you mean no comment section? There's a comment section. There's this chat going on. And then once the live stream is over, there's a comment section after on the video. So, time for bed for me. Please don't let me down. Ban mods. Ban someone for Mo. Declan, take care, man. We'll see you later. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Ed Dijon. What is the channel name? Sailing Dijon, I think, is his channel name. Later, Deck. Night, Deck. Kelly, night, Deck. Adios, Deck. Sailing Dijon. Yes, it's just Sailing Dijon. By the way, guys, if anybody is on here, whether you're commenting or you're just kicking back and watching, if you have a sailing channel, feel free to jump on the chat and give yourself a plug. A lot of the people that are on the live stream watching are looking for other channels to watch, so you know, don't be shy about stepping up and saying, hey, I'm a YouTuber and my channel name is whatever it is, and put that up there, okay? I like to support everybody on YouTube if I can, and it doesn't cost me anything to allow you guys to put a plug in for yourself, so go for it. I like Megan Binkster's robot dance. Okay, I don't know that I've seen her robot dance, but I guess I'll have to watch that. I must admit, guys, I've not been watching any videos for like the last 12 days. Today is the first day I was able to watch a couple of videos, so... Tim K. Band Night. Is Lily a Leonard Skinner fan? Give me 3 steps. Pretty much, Dave, pretty much. I'd like to make a donation to help you get a boat. How do I do it? Well, I would love for you to do that, and I will put a link up for you to go to. And you can donate to that. It's in my PayPal account, and it is on there, almost there, right there. So Bob Booby, you can just jump on that PayPal and donate as you see fit, or if you want, you can get on and become a Patreon of mine, which is an ongoing regular thing where you can donate a little bit, like a couple, $3, whatever, every time I upload a video, and become part of the inner circle with that. And you can do that at that link there on Patreon. So that's cool, Grandpa. We think alike. Good. Not affiliated, but Bums on a Boat. Anybody watching? There you go. Give them a plug. Bums on a Boat. Welcome, Shay DY. Don't forget to hit like. Oh, hey, that reminds me. I don't remember who it was, but one of the viewers was going to get on the live chat and put a plug in for one of the channels that is an Australian. There you go. Sailing channel called Sailing into Freedom. Thanks, Dave. Has suffered major hull damage off the coast of Australia and are in need of help. If you can give a small donation. So, guys, check out Sailing into Freedom. It's a YouTube channel. The guy's been doing some funny stuff. Him on the boat with some scantily clad women. You guys probably like that. But he did just get it up on the reef. And so he busted a hole in the bottom of his boat. And he's in a real remote location in Australia. So he's in a tough spot. So you might want to check out his channel. And if you're so inclined to help him out, it might be a good time to give him a shot. So, not my channel, but check out Sailing Wisdom. Nice young couple headed to the Bahamas. Yes, Tim K. Sailing Wisdom is a good channel. I was a little concerned that with Sailing Wisdom, you know, I'm not trying to knock anybody, just keeping it real and giving my honest opinion. They sailed out of Florida over to the Bahamas knowing there was a storm coming in a sailboat that doesn't have a motor. So that kind of bothered me a little bit. But, you know, that's fine. It is what it is. Hey, Danny, welcome. Is that the Chucky guy? Yes, that's the Chucky guy, Frank. You're right. Anything you can give, no matter how small, will help. That's right, Dave. Yep, there you go. Hey, Douglas Coffee. Free Sailing is a good channel. There you go. Yep, up here in the Kimberleys is very, very remote in northwest Western Australia. Yes, you're right, Andrew. It is. Not mine, but watch D Sailing SV Slipstream. There you go. Yep, Slipstream's a good channel. Check out my channel. Hit the 3 dots to subscribe. Yes, Dave's Irie. Although Dave's got a bad habit of putting the water on the inside of the boat instead of the outside. But yeah, Dave's got an interesting channel. He just bought a little trailer sailor he's fixing up. So some really interesting content coming there. So, or free range sailing is the actual name. Yep. Hey Gramps, I'm in Savannah for the night, heading south in the morning. We need to have a beer, old man. Hey, Outcast, stop on down, man. I'm in St. Augustine, and from the looks of it, I'm going to be here till at least Thursday. So I'm getting a real nice little mini vacation here on my trip. So step on down. Without an engine, that makes interesting viewing for sure. Yeah, but they sort of they're one of these channels that over dramatizes things. You know, they got out there and the sea got a little rough and was tossing around a little bit, and they were making a whole lot more of it than I thought it was. But I will admit, when you're filming the sea, you never really catch the scope and scale of the waves. They never look as scary on camera as they do when you're actually there in the boat. So I'm sure it was a very uncomfortable time for them. To Bridge in Maine with old motor current got them. Huh. Went into Bridge in Maine. Yeah, current will do that. Is my channel. Yeah, Captain George 007 my channel. Lots of things plus sailing and working on 33-foot Glander, 3-foot draft, 365 Pearson, 40-foot Cal. Nice. Very cool. Dave, the inside water sailor. Another non-affiliated channel, Sailing Rad Mode. Yep, I'm subscribed to them. Free range sailing is wonderful. There you go. They actually damaged the forestay. Wow. #1 on sale. +1 on Sailing Rad Mode from Dave. Yep. Sailing Dijon should start a Patreon page. Maybe could help me get a camera for better video. What do you think? Sailing Dijon, there's absolutely no reason not to set up a Patreon account. You're going to have people that are going to follow you and like you and want to support you, and give them the opportunity to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. So weather comes with the territory. Don, it always does. Watch for the 30-foot tiger sharks that attacked 2 ladies what the Coast Guard picked up. I'll do that. Pretty easy to make waves look scary. If you want to, just keep the camera low. Very true, Michael. Very true. I predict free-range sailing is going to explode. Okay. Sailing the Sea Bears, good channel. Yep. +1 free-range sailing. They're going to get big. Watched a little free-range sailing today. Needs some work in the audio department, but pretty good all over. Awesome. Accidental Girl Sailing is near. Yes, Accidental across the harbor from me here. I used to subscribe to their channel a long time ago. I must admit the dreadlocks bothered me. She's taken the dreadlocks off, but the dreadlocks bothered me. I don't, maybe I'm just a prejudiced old bee, but, and I don't mean prejudice like, black or white prejudice. I just don't like, I'm prejudiced against dirty hair. And dreadlocks to me was dirty hair. At least hers looked dirty hair. Expected to see things crawling out of them. So I'm not a fan of dreadlocks, guys. Maybe I should grow dreadlocks. What do you think? Should I let my hair grow out and get dreadlocks? Check out, yeah, Carl and Jenny Sailing. Yeah, they just had a live stream on a little bit ago. A couple from England on their way to Greece. They're buying a sailboat down in Greece. So, Sailing Uma has iffy electric motor. Better than nothing. Yes. You plan a trip to Puerto Rico. They need real estate agents. Yes, they might, but I have officially retired from the real estate industry. Yeah, just use my phone. You could do the beard and dreadlocks. Hey, there you go. And then do like Pirates of the Caribbean. I'll braid some beads into it or something. So, dread the beard. Looks like you have a good day. Good for you. Oh, Gary, just absolute awesome day today. No dreads. Dreadlocks are not my thing either, but it is a big thing in the Caribbean. Yes, it is a big thing on the islands. But I will say this. Most of the people with dreadlocks keep them meticulous. They take very good care of the dreadlocks and keep them nice and clean. And then there's some people who just do it because they're too lazy to brush their hair. It's the ones that are too lazy to brush their hair dreadlocks that I don't care for, because it just looks like a big old mess. The other people that actually take good care of them, they look all right then. So if people vlogging need help with audio, I can help. There you go. It's Sailor James, great alternative selling channel. There you go. Zero is great. Yeah, selling Zero. No beads, just beans and taters. It's a statement thing. Can you imagine Grandpa with cornrows? There you go. Are you going to cut your beard off now that you're in warm climate? I'm not going to cut it off, but I am going to trim it down. I'm going to grab control of it here. I thought about doing that today when I took a shower, but I'll get to it. Gordy the Witch and the Wench. There you go. Nice channel. Ambient Real Life. Yep, I watch them. I'm a subscriber. Have been for a long time. Yep, big fan of theirs. Sent you nice 50-foot like Delos in Fort Lauderdale. All right, Bob. Cool. That's nice. I'm late. Definitely missed something. Yes, Mike, you missed everything. It's all over. You might as well go home. No, I'm kidding. We've just been chatting and having fun, man. You didn't miss anything seriously important, so... She has dreads. They sailed on an old wooden boat from Canada, Australia. They have a wood stove. Cool. Most captains of a ship have a beard. Yep. You got to store the lice someplace, so... They ran out of the food on the way to Hawaii. Oh, gosh. Hey, Grandpa, almost missed you tonight. Was watching a bear show on YouTube. Oh, okay. Well, how are the bears doing? I'm just kicking back here in a beautiful catamaran sailboat in St. Augustine, Florida. Just had a viewer take me out for a wonderful dinner. Thank you, John, and his Alicia, his daughter. And now I'm kicking back having a wonderful conversation with you guys drinking a beer. I mean, life can't get much better, guys. I mean, seriously, life just can't get much better. So, DA Bears. Go Bears. You look so happy. Oh, thank you. I am happy. What do you mean DA Bears? What do you mean DA Bears? What's the DA stand for? Maybe I'm just not thinking. It is my first beer, and I've only had half of it, so I'm not drunk yet. So, tour of this boat. Frank, I will shoot a video tomorrow and do a full tour of the boat that I'm on. If it's okay with the people that own the boat for me to do that, I will shoot a full video and show you guys what a Privilege 38 is like. And I'll also talk to you about, you know, the pluses and minuses of them and stuff. I will do that tomorrow. I will shoot that video. I thought I was going to be leaving tomorrow and, you know, just focusing on boat shopping. But the folks that own the boat have offered for me to stay here till Thursday. So they want to come down and get back together with me and take some pictures and stuff. So I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity and do that. I could really use, after that 10-day drive down here, I am much restored today, but man, the opportunity to just kick back and relax for a couple days, that would be absolutely awesome. So, especially since there's a couple things I'm working out. One is the brakes on my truck. I'm still working that out. And two, the gosh darn thieving bastards at my bank. When you travel, it's always a good idea to call your bank, talk to your branch manager, which I did, and say, hey, I'm leaving the state. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to drive from here down to Florida, and then I'm going to probably go over to the Bahamas this winter. So if you see charges on my credit card as me driving all the way to Florida and over in the Bahamas, it's okay. Well, apparently my bank manager never noted my account, and the bank that I have two of my credit cards working off of, two accounts, turned the sons of bitches off. So tomorrow I have to call my bank and give them an earful. So, not happy with banks. I've never been a big fan of banks, and this just irked the hell out of me today. So, yes, it's really nice of them to let me stay here. It's just awesome. Just awesome. Oh, Chicago Bears. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. The Bears as in Chicago Bears. My bad. Didn't you get pissy a few days ago when someone questioning you when you claimed that you would be on your own boat in 3 or 4 days? Yes, Jim, and I'm being in a slight of a delay in doing that. But I'm here in Florida looking at buying boats. So 3 or 4 days or 13 or 14 days, does it matter? Carl, could you drive back to Alaska and spend the winter in your cabin for $1 million? Pay me up front? Man, I could do a lot with that cabin for $1 million. I could hire people to shovel the snow. No, not doing it. Not doing it. You sound a lot better. I feel a lot better, Sailing Dijon. Thank you. Hello, Leroy. How you doing? Jim Coleman, message detracted. Okay. Jim, 3 days, 3 weeks, it don't matter. That's right. To the people who own the boat, thank you for letting Grandpa stay on. There you go, Arm Cove. Thank you. I believe they're watching here. I think they're watching the live stream. They were asking me when I was going to be doing it, so I hope they're watching. But I did I messaged them earlier today. Lily is exploding on the boat. Being down here in the heat, she's shedding off. So today I pulled her hairbrush out of the truck and took her up on the deck and brushed her for a little bit. But she's losing hair left and right down here. So I actually thought about taking my beard trimmer and, you know, shaving the dog. But apparently she's pretty much shaving herself right now. The hair's coming off pretty quickly. So I asked them if they had a vacuum, and they said not to worry about it. So I actually have a broom in my truck, so I'll bring the broom in and sweep the boat out tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, very nice of them. Let's see if he gets the boat. He might get back with you on that $1 million for winter in Alaska. Yeah, huh? Well, most of us are still sitting at home. He'll be living the life, and you can bet on. That's right, Second Chance. That's absolutely right. Yep. All those... Nope, I'm sorry. I'm not going there. Not going to address the trolls. Nope, sorry. Not feeding the bears. Not feeding the trolls anymore. Dog trim will help. Okay. Get a furinator. I'm not sure what a furinator is. Oh, man, I gotta wipe the sweat from my eyes, guys. Ah. Oh, gosh. Now I just use a sweaty cloth to wipe my glasses. Now I really can't see anything. There we go. That's better. Everything's a big blur. Sergeant kills my boat with hair. Yeah. Where are you from? Leroy, I was born and raised in New York. I've lived in New York, Ohio, Montana, Alaska. I'm pretty much from America, although I did live overseas in Bahrain for a while. So I'm an earthling, but mostly American. Doesn't matter, but the guy didn't deserve getting blasted when he was expressed doubt in being able to find, buy, and move onto a boat in 4 days. Yeah, it'll be fine, guys. No idea what a furinator is. And his lab, too. And your little dog, too. Grandpa's been stuck in Alaska for so long, he deserves all the good things coming to him. Well, thank you, Sorrente. I certainly appreciate that. That's really nice of you. No AC in the cat. I don't know if the cat has AC or not. I haven't asked. Fact is, I'm kind of enjoying the heat, guys. And I really need to sweat it out, man. I really need to sweat it out. That sweat's just dropping pounds, dude. So that's awesome with me. So... a furminator works great. Okay, it's like a vacuum. Huh. That's a beautiful place. I come from the Netherlands. You know that? Yeah, I know where the Netherlands are. Good to see you having good time before storm arrives. Is there a storm coming, Brooke and Brooke? I really have not been checking the weather. Because I've been on the road, so. And just as I predicted, Miss Lily is now quiet and laying down, but she was laying down on top of my feet, so my feet were getting hot. Better than Alaska. Is cold here in Toledo, Ohio. Yeah. It's really nice down here in St. Augustine, man. Really nice. Air is nicest when you're trying to sleep. You know, I just put a fan on last night, and I was fine. In fact, I was a little chilly last night with the fan on, so it was perfect. And we're plugged into the dock here on the catamaran. So we're on shore power, so I don't think running a fan is going to hurt anything. So, does anybody run electric motors on their boat setup so that they could mount their dinghy motor on the back if they run out of power? You know, Jim, interesting that you brought that up. I actually suggested to Sailing Uma that they get one of those outboard mounts that can raise and lower in and out of the water, like you see on some boats. That way they could use, because they just bought a dinghy motor for their dinghy, and that way they could drop that in and use that to propel their boat should they need to. We are watching and glad you are happy with the boat. I am thrilled with the boat, guys. Absolutely thrilled with the boat. This is just exactly what I needed right now, and I really do appreciate you guys letting me be on the boat. So, you still have an open spot to go sailing with you? I do, Armco, I do. If you want to do that, if you want to come sailing for a week with Grandpa this winter, it's $500 for a single individual, $750 for a couple. And that gets you all, you know, sailing with me. You get your own stateroom, your own bed to sleep on, and all your meals included. So all you have to do is take care of your transportation and get you to wherever I am. Now, if you want to do scuba diving or something like that, you may need to have your own gear or rent gear. I have my own gear with me, but if you want to do scuba diving, you may have to incur that cost. But I do have snorkeling gear and spearfishing gear and that kind of stuff on the boat. So when my lab would shed her coat, it really helped to give her a short trim. Huh, okay. Good question. That's what I have for my pusher motor. Yeah, David, there's no reason why you can't do that. You know, if you're going to have that small dinghy motor and you have a small monohull that doesn't have an engine in it or has an electric setup like Uma, then, you know, put one of those mounts on the back so you can take your dinghy motor, drop it in the water. You still use your rudder for steering, but it'll drive your boat. I mean, a little 9.9 will drive a sailboat quite nicely. Fumigator's not a vacuum. It's a shedding shedding comb for dogs. Okay, I do have a shedding comb for my dog. That's what I was talking about. It's a slicker brush, we call them. So, do you see the latest video from Two Afloat Sailing? It really puts life in perspective. He's living life with an incurable muscular disease. The point of living is to the max. Yes, I have watched his channel, Dave. I agree with you. Yep, awesome couple. Uma says they're going to the Med. Sounds sketchy in their current boat. No, better than me on that boat, yeah. The price of it worse for a dog. So true, Carl. The sailing community is awesome. Are you getting much support from fellow sailors? How do we reach your GoFundMe account? All right, John, I'll put a link in there for you. If you want to do the GoFundMe, and I certainly would appreciate, you know, anybody that wants to do that, but there's the link for the GoFundMe account. So thank you. Down. That's enough. Okay, nice. I'll probably be seeing you in 2018. John, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome. Jump on there and donate to, either use PayPal or the GoFundMe, either one of those, to deposit the funds in and book that week. So I don't know if I'm going to do another week after that one. So when that one sells, that may be it. So do you need a scuba license to go diving? You do need a scuba diving license if you're going to rent equipment from a dive operation. You'll need to get your basic certification in order to do that. I have my own scuba gear, but I'm also a certified diver. So, but you know, if you want to, I could make sure we can put the boat in a place where you can jump on with a dive operation and do your basic scuba certification with them. And, you know, we can still use the boat, or I could dive with you while you're in the process of doing that down in the Bahamas. There's a lot of dive operators that we could work with to do that. So you need backups for your backups on the boat. You absolutely do. Finally caught you alive. Live free, die free. I'm glad you're here. I will, John Harris. Excellent. That'd be awesome. And if you're going to do that, John, make sure you get me your contact info so I can get a hold of you, email address, phone number, all that kind of stuff. Have you found a boat? I have found lots of boats. I'm looking at a whole bunch of them. I have not narrowed it down to one yet, but I will soon. Hey, Grams, pass me a cold one, please. Tim, I'd love to, man. Here you go. I'm going to knock this one down, actually. There is a dead soldier. Me and my wife are heading to Tam, so taking the I-10, then I-75 south. Are you going to head to the Gulf Coast? Outcast, I very well might. Looking at some of the boats I'm looking at, there's a couple of them over on the West Coast. So I may cross over. I'm waiting to hear back from some of the owners. They're mulling around, you know, my economic situation and the offer that I'm making them. So remains to be seen what happens with that. Bahamas sounds good. Oh man, the Bahamas sounds awesome. I am really psyched about going and jumping and swimming in some blue clear water. That's my next big goal, actually, after buying the boat. Buy the boat, blue clear water's next thing. So, what is a catch? What is a catch? Are there others? I'm not sure what you mean by that. A catch is a sail setup design on a sailboat. Naui or Patty, which certification is best? I have Patty from years ago. Either one, King of Chuck. Naui or Patty, either one works. You only need to be certified by one agency anywhere in the world to go scuba diving. Can anyone that hasn't done so, please? Yes, thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Okay, we'll look them up. I'm buying. Good deal, man. Carl, I think you nearly drink beer as fast as me. Yeah, like the song goes, I like beer. Back when I was diving, it might have changed after all these years, but as long as you were scuba diving with a certified scuba diver, you did not need to be certified. Yeah, Don, and that may be the case, but I am not a dive master. I don't have that level of certification. I certainly know what I'm doing for myself, but I don't want to take the liability of somebody else scuba diving with me with my gear. But if somebody else got their certification and they were able to rent scuba gear from an operator down there, I would have no problem diving with them on my boat. I mean, that's kind of what the plan is. So, there's also SSI aside from Maui and Eddie. Yeah, Maui Lay. By the way, I don't know if Maui Lay mentioned it on here, but he's got some crew opportunities on board with him for some short jumps. If people are interested, you might hook up with Maui Lay and jump on for one of his short jumps. So if you click on, move your cursor over his name, you'll see 3 dots appear over on the right-hand side. Click on those 3 dots. It says go to channel. You can go to his channel and contact him through that. So sloop equals 1 mast, catch equals 2 masts. Generally, yes. Hey, Grandpa, as you wear glasses, how does that work with diving? Mark, I have, what do they call it? Bifocals in my scuba mask. Little glue-in plastic bifocals that glue into the inside of the lens. So I don't need the glasses for seeing, I just need them for reading stuff. And so the bifocals allow me to see my gauges and things. Nothing better than swinging the warm, clear waters of the Caribbean. Man, isn't that the truth? Very understandable. Thanks, Mark. Just wanted to snorkel and see those great waters crystal clear. Me too, John. It's awesome. And if you just want to snorkel, that's fine. I have like 10 sets of snorkel gear on the boat. So, when does sailing season end for you and Maui Lay? Never, King of Chuck. Never. I don't have a sailing season. I'm moving on to this boat, and I will live on this boat the rest of my life. I will move out of hurricane areas, but I will still be sailing year-round. If you make it to Naples, we have to do lunch or dinner. Call me. Frank, the chat on here never stays. It always disappears, so I won't be able to reference this later on. But if you want to text me, you can text me at 907-414-0154, and that way we can communicate that way. I don't have a pad or a pen or anything here with me today to write that down, otherwise I would. So my bad, but I would love to have a meal with you. That'd be awesome. Do you have any interest in Sebastian, Florida? Boat-wise, looking, got a friend down there saying all kinds of sail. Yeah, there's a ton of sailboats for sale. There really is. There's just way too many of them for sale, actually. Google catch, Wikipedia explains it. Sure does, yep. Do you get enough exercise? I did not get an exercise in the past, but I am really enjoying getting exercise now. So, okay. Sorry, my other device was showing me a text message, so I think the beer is awesome. Thank you. Ketch has the mizzen mast forward of the rudder post. Y'all has 2 masts, but the mizzen mast is aft. Yes, Andrew, that is correct. That is correct. Out for 10 years at least. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm out for a while. But you know, when I say I'm out for a while, I'm going to be coming back visiting my grandkids and stuff on a regular basis. It's not like I'm just dead, you know. So don't give your number out like that. Spirit, I do it all the time. It's surprisingly not that big a deal. Good to see people feeling sorry for you. I was beginning to think the world was turning cold. No, Brooke and Brooke. In fact, just the opposite. I am absolutely blown away by the love and support of people in this sailing community. I'm just absolutely blown away by it. I'm sorry, guys. I feel weird because let me try something else here. I'm just going to experiment for a second. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. See, it took me a minute. Now I got this figured out. Now I can do this better. Sorry about that. See, what I did is I moved my cell phone and clipped it on the top of my laptop. The chat's directly underneath on my laptop, so I can read the chat and still look like I'm looking at the screen, so I'm not so rude. So thank you for, I don't know, motivating me to do that. So, what is the name of other sailing channel that had the incident in Australia? Oh gosh, it's I'm blocking here. Dave, could you get on there and answer that? The guy in Australia, what's the name of his channel? Sucks getting old, guys. You start forgetting stuff like that. So somebody will bring it up here in just a second. Facebook. Yeah, you could just Facebook me at Carl Brook too. That works just fine. Thanks for answering my question. Did I answer it correctly? I don't know if I did. Oh, uh-oh. The chat just jumped a whole bunch, guys. If I missed your question, guys, just come back and ask it again. Every time Lily makes noise, my dogs start freaking out. Brooke, this ain't no pity party. If you don't like it, leave. Okay, I didn't see what... Oh, Brooke and Brooke, yeah. I don't know who Brooke and Brooke is. I wonder if I'm related to them or not. But they spell their name wrong. I have an E on my Brooke, so... Channel called Sailing into Freedom. Yes, that's it. Sailing into Freedom is the one in Australia that had the hull damage. So, thank you for putting that up there. What were you up to during the 80s? Working, selling real estate. Living my life. That was a long time ago. Slow boat sailing or Sailing La Vagabond. There you go. That's a good channel. Sailing into Freedom or Plucky Sailing Adventures. Same channel. Yes, Mike, that's correct. Yep. King of Chuck. To get a hold of Maui Lay, you can either contact me and I can put you in touch with them, or when you see a post come through with his name on it, if you highlight it on the right, there'll be 3 dots. Go to his channel. On his channel, there's an About button. Click on the About button, and then on there should be a way to message him. So you can try it that way. Lily, quit. Sit. Okay. So, hey, Johanna, how you doing? Amo rigs, most of their boats catch if you want a pretty example. There you go. Getting married? Johanna, what do you mean getting married? Who's getting married? You're already married, and I don't want to get married. So I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, in the 80s, what was I doing? I was getting married. I see. Yep, that's what I was doing. Melbourne to Hobart yacht races in the 80s. Oh, cool. Very nice. Can't be contacted through his YouTube channel. Really? Well, King of Chuck, message me and I will forward your information on to him, and then he can get back to you, I guess, to be the best way to handle that. I don't want to just give out his phone number, but if you message me, I can message to him your contact info, and then he can get back to you. So, is the Bahamas trip with you for $500 on the catamaran? When can somebody go? Bob, the trip for $500 is not on this catamaran. It'll be on my boat, which I am in the process of buying now. I am boat shopping. I will own a boat here soon as I find one. And so the $500 will be out selling with me on my boat. It will be a monohull. I'm looking at boats in that 36-foot range. So it will have a nice, comfortable place for you to be on it. So Yeah, Maui Lay right now is on his boat off the Intercoastal in North Carolina. So, beer, man, goes right through me. Pour it in my mouth and it comes out all my pores. It's just a bottle of sweat. There's Maui Lay on Instagram. I don't know if he's on Instagram or not. I don't know. I need another beer. Nice having a cooler full of cold beer sitting next to me on a beautiful catamaran here in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida. Awesome. Awesome. Watch the chat. Maui Lay put up his email address a moment ago and might do so again for a moment. There you go. He may do that, Maui Lay. Put it up quickly and take it. There you go. There it is. There you go. King of Chuck, jump on it. Jump on it. Love my Ericsson 35. Nice. You're making me thirsty, Carl. Patrick, I'm sorry, dude, but life is awesome down here in Florida, man. Absolutely awesome. I almost forgot. Thanks to my buddy Andy, I've got these really awesome gator bites that he had the restaurant bring over. Not that I really need that. I just got done eating a huge dinner. But thank you, Andy. I appreciate it, man. 36 foot, way too small. You will regret later. No, I won't. No, I won't. 36 foot, just perfect size. Not too expensive to bring into marinas and dockage. Small enough to make it easy for a single person to handle. For what I'm going to be doing, it's fine. 36 foot will be perfect. Perfect. It all depends on the boat, Bob. You have to understand, my last two boats, I had a Cal 30 and a Cal 31. I like Cals. So 36 will be a big step up. You're killing me. Those are great. Oh, man. These gator bites are absolutely awesome. Not many available boats when you consider it needs to be a 35-plus foot boat and the seller has to agree to be the bank or you will finance to a lender. Actually, Jim, you'd be surprised how many boats are available with people willing to do that. So, there's a lot of boats for sale. Willie wants a gator bite. Yeah, she might. Keith Butler, my day is going fantastic. Thank you for asking. I took off today and just kind of caught up and caught my breath a little bit. Got on the internet, downloaded some stuff. Looked at a bunch of boats. I took a shower. I looked at my truck and researched it a little bit. Took Miss Lily for a couple walks. And then had one of my viewers give me an absolute awesome dinner tonight. Here I am doing the live chat. Andy sent me some gator bites to enjoy. Life is pretty good right now. Lily, get down. You don't need anything. Sit. You just went for a walk. You just had something to drink. Sit. Settle down. I will take you for a walk when we're done. Okay, so Bob got a new boat. Well, Bob is on a new boat. I don't say he got a new boat. He's using somebody else's boat. But yes, Bob is on a boat. And that's great. I am glad for him, Tugboat Timmy. I really am. I just hope he stays safe because sailing out of the Pacific Northwest this time of year is risky business. So I hope he's watching his weather windows closely. So 36, 39, great for a couple. It certainly is, yep. Got rocked by a huge barge. Yes, that's what you were saying earlier, yeah. How many places can you travel through land, like the Great Loop, or I hear you can go... Yeah, there's a lot of places you can travel through land, but why would you? There's so many awesome places to sail around the world, so... The word not as cheap to hear, yay, Maui Lay. The word no is cheap to hear. Okay, well... Get out of channel. Yes, he did get out of channel, and it cost him dearly. So, thanks, John Harris. Okay. You find any boat prospects today? Yes, I found a lot of boat prospects, a bunch of them. Mike Rumble, absolutely. Bob's a paying crew member on a boat. Bob is not a paying crew member. Bob is being a delivery skipper on a boat. taking it from the Pacific Northwest to Thailand, and he is inviting a lot of people to come on board with him, much like I am. You can jump on board and sail with Bob as part of his trip, all of it or part of it, as he moves the boat for the next 6 months or almost a year. He'll be doing that, and it'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting. So it's a big boat for boat. Yes, it is. It's a 50-foot Benetal. So that's a lot of boat. What did it say? Bob is shipping a 50. Yep. New first, mate 2. She's nice. Seems to be nice. I've not watched the video, but so I've heard. Lots of available boats with seller finance. Time for creator financing. Absolutely. And, you know, especially since I'm willing to really work with someone price-wise. You know, I'm not opposed to giving someone the price they're asking if they're willing to work with me on financing. So, and I'm only asking for very short-term financing, like 12 months max. My farm will sell within the next year, and then we won't have a problem. So, can everyone who hasn't done so, yes, please hit the thumbs up. Bob's going to know what rough seas are. I think so. Any good advice on anchoring? Yes, lots of scope. Lots of scope. Best advice I can give you on anchoring, 7 to 1 maximum, or minimum. Bad time he's leaving. Yes, not a good time to be sailing out of the Pacific Northwest. Bad area this time of year. So do you have a few boats lined up to look at? Yes, Keith, bunch of them. Too many, actually. Too many, to be honest with you. So, I lost weight at sea, went without eating and drinking for 10 days. Well, I don't plan on doing that, Jim, but certainly getting more exercise and eating less has been the order of the day. Although I must admit, today has been unreal. I've eaten more today than I probably have in the last 3 days combined. So, I guess I won't eat much tomorrow, that's for sure. Bob said he wants to be really careful and the boat is used. Well, he should be really careful. He's sailing somebody else's boat. He has responsibility there. So, chomping at the bit to leave the dock. Yes, he was. I did see that today. Bob makes it appear as he's running the boat, which is not true. There is a real licensed captain on the boat. I'm not aware of any of the details of that, Bob. I'm just taking Bob White at his word as what he's doing. I don't know all the rest of the details. So, 10 months. Yeah, that's what I understand. It's going to be like a 10-month sail. He has to have it in Thailand in August. So, Bob is a captain now. Yeah, from what I understood, while he was in Thailand, he took the captain's course over there. I don't think the U.S. Coast Guard would recognize him as a captain, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What does it take to be called a captain? Just owning it? No, Jared. Actually, if you want to be a captain for being able to do licensed charters, you really need to get what's known as a 6-pack license. So you need to have a certain amount of hours operating a boat, and then you need to go and take some coursework and take a test and pass that and then pay the fees. So going from 38 to 50, that's a big jump. Yes, it is. Oh, man, the chat just jumped a long way. I'm way behind, guys. I'm sorry. And his male passenger is only on board for a while. Yeah, the guy that's on board with him is only going to San Francisco. So, bad weather there right now. Well, there's bad weather. He should be staying in Puget Sound. I used to keep a boat in Puget Sound. I've sailed those waters before. That's no place to be messing up. So, I know it doesn't suit you, Carl, but there seems to be an awful lot of damaged catamarans being sold by the insurance companies, someone willing to spend and limit to fix one up themselves. Yeah, Dave, there's a lot of opportunities like that. I'm not looking for a project boat. If I had a yard to work in and I had the tools and equipment, I would do that, but I don't. So you can go find a crew net and check out the Squall. Be looking for paying crew members. Okay, yes, with crew. Seasick on the first 10 days of a 21-day crossing the Atlantic. Always, yeah. Grandpa, throw out those gator bits, very fattening. I agree with that, tugboat. How to get exercise on a boat. Frank, have you ever been on a boat? Exercise, I mean, just being on the boat every day. The boat moving around the boat, putting sails up, putting sails down. You can get a lot of exercise on the boat. Just depends on how you do it. So, okay, guys, I'm way behind the chat, so I'm going to kind of jump forward here a little bit. If I missed a question and you want, don't be mad at me for not answering it, but I'm like way behind here. So the other person on the boat is one of his patrons, not a hired captain. That was my understanding as well. Takes more than 11 days to get a captain's license. It certainly does, Bob. Oh, King of Chuck said, of course, Bob isn't doing charters, so no six-pack license needed. Yep. And I'm not doing charters either. I'm just allowing people an opportunity to come on board and share expenses. I wondered, what did you do with your pigs, ducks? I ate them and sold them, Frank. They all got processed and or sold. So there's not a single living animal on the farm right now. Well, not farm animal anyway. Sup, my cracker? Well, there you go. Bob is the skipper, not running a charter, and paying folks are sharing costs. That's right. That's what he's doing. Tahoe is getting snow now. Better Tahoe than me. Boycott the NFL. All right. I was all my life on a boat. Dave, you and I had the same idea. I'd love to work on an owner's edition that the cruise companies have overlooked. Yeah, I wouldn't mind buying an owner's version catamaran, but the cruise companies, I'm sure, have not overlooked anything. I mean, that's their job. It's what they do for a living. So if there's a boat available, it's probably pretty crappy. Because I've seen those guys take some, I mean, I've seen them take boats with a complete hull ripped out of them and rebuild them. So, Grandpa, I must say, you can see in your face the stress relief now just getting, oh man, you absolutely right, JD, absolutely right. I can't put any more than my 5 thumbs up. Oh, let's move on away from Bob. This is Grandpa's. There you go, Donna. Good idea. Serge is a 20-year-old cold weather sailor who will be Bob's guardian angel. Let's hope so. What's good, Jimbo? 170 watching. Wow. That may be a record for one of my chats. I don't think I've ever had 170 people before. Cool. So in 2018, where should be where? The beginning of 2018, January, February, and March, I will be in the Bahamas or Northern Caribbean. Winter or summer of 2018, depending on what boat I end up on and what condition it's in, I will either go over to the Mediterranean or I will go down to Central America, maybe hang out with the Kuna Indians in Panama or something like that. So, yes, Steve, you are correct. Why do I need a captain's license? Is that an insurance thing? Actually, Country Cruiser, the captain's license is only if you want to be commercial. You do not need a captain's license to sail a sailboat. You only need a captain's license if you want to be able to do licensed charters. So it's only a commercial thing. Your property in Alaska is so beautiful. Well, thank you, Helvy. It is pretty. It's pretty cold. Bob blew up 3 motors. It's a good thing he's not flying. Serge seems very knowledgeable and should be a great asset to Bob. I hope so. Welcome to Florida, God's waiting room. Yeah, maybe so. Just sent an email. Oh, looks like 90 now. There you go. 90 thumbs up. New record, guys. Keep going. Let's hit 100. 99, I think I see it at now. Awesome. I just saw Bob lose a head gasket on the cat. What were the other 2? Oh, Tim, you'll have to watch it all, I guess. So, 100 thumbs up. Awesome, guys. You guys rock. Okay, so, what else did I want to talk about? Are you going to go to Brazil, Rio? No, I'm probably not going to go that far into South America, John. That's really beating against the currents trying to make that trip. Hey, Grandpa, good to see you out of the Arctic. You're in the subtropical waters. Keep heading south, and you'll end up in Cairns. You're more than welcome, and Miss Lily, too. Well, awesome, Sam. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Showing 109. 191 watching. Maybe we'll hit 200. Growing up in Florida, we called it the land of the newlyweds and nearly dead. Yep, I can see that. Haven't seen 3 blow motors. Jim, I think they're referring to the vehicles as well. The RV and the box truck and the catamaran. And so let's not go there. So it's an insurance thing too. If you have a $250,000 boat, it brings the insurance down. Yeah, the cheaper your boat, the less your insurance is. Absolutely. You could have dropped me off there. Okay. Biggest chat I can remember. Awesome. Yeah, it is. It is. And surprisingly, I'm able to keep up with it, which is pretty good. Even after during my second beer, so. Oh, God, that's good. Ah, that tastes so good. Cold beer in the tropics always tastes better. Although I must admit, up in Alaska, the one nice thing about Alaska is if you wanted to cool off beer, all you had to do is set it outside. That is the one good thing about Alaska is you can keep your beer cold. But it's 1:10 here. Got to go to sleep. If anyone can help out sailing into freedom with a small donation, please do so. Check out their last video for PayPal details, etc. Bye, everyone. Dave, you take care, man. The RV and van were junk anyway. That's true. License brings insurance down. It does. It does. Yep. Yeah, that's true. The insurance companies like to see people with licensing and stuff like that because they'll give you a discount in your insurance or whatever for that. They buy into that whole nonsense. I've seen a lot of people that are licensed captains, though, that should not be behind the wheel of a boat. And I've seen a lot of people that aren't licensed captains that have a ton of experience, a whole lot more than somebody with a license. So a license doesn't really necessarily prove anything, except you're good at taking tests. White Spot Pirate, untie the lines in Panama. There's a good channel, yep. Isn't it required to have a license to rent a charter boat? No, Randy, it's not. I have chartered many times down in the BVI, and I am not a licensed captain. Hey, John Dolan, how you doing? You have to get Sands in the Bahamas beer. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Sands beer. I will do that. I'll try it. Yes, Tim. Credit card captains. What's your favorite food? Lobster. Lobster is my favorite food. I visited Alaska summer of 2011. It's a beautiful state. It certainly is, Gene. In the summertime. In the wintertime, when you have 3 weeks of minus 30 degrees outside, and you're afraid to put your car in gear because you think your tires are so frozen they're just going to shatter instead of roll, Alaska is not such a great state. Hey, Austin, how you doing, man? Country Cruiser was watching another sailing channel. They said their insurance company would not allow them to enter Haiti. Seems strange to me. Any info? Yeah, a lot of insurance companies will put limits on certain areas where there's not a standard of care given. So Annie from Heaven Will Travel just recently got her captain's license. She was thrilled when she got the paperwork. Well, good for Annie. Good for her. Does Alaska have money stipend for residents? Yes. Yes, when you live in Alaska, they pay you to live there. Lobster is great. It certainly is. Can't wait till you're on a boat. Mamas, I am on a boat. I'm not on my boat, but I am on a boat. I'm on an awesome boat right now that the friends are letting me stay on. But yes, I will be on my own boat here very quickly. So, I love butter. Tires shatter. Hey, Tim, minus 30. You wonder if your tires are going to shatter, believe me. License make you more responsible if you have an accident. Yes, it does make you more liable. Not responsible, it makes you more liable if you have an accident. Austin's in the house. There you go. Leonidas the Great. I love that name, man. That's a great name, Leonidas. Did you sell your land? Yes and no. I have someone trying to buy my property. Looks like he's trying to sell his property. He's going to rent it from me, I understand, while he's getting his property sold. So it's sort of a long, you know, typical deal. So shared expenses are okay as long as it's a destination is the owner's choice. Yeah. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Surf and Turf. Chris. Hey, Chris. Don't hotwire the cat and become a pirate. Bahamas is way expensive. $300 just to cruise there. Yeah, Bob, but that's it. It's $300 just to cruise there, and most of the time you're in the Bahamas, you're on anchor. So it's well worth the $300 to be there for 6 months, because then you're on anchor the rest of the time, and so your expenses are nil. You held to higher standards if you have a license. You are held to higher standards, that's correct. Especially in a court of law, John. You would have a lot more culpability if you were a licensed captain, because you have proven that you know better and you still screwed up, which would be the case if you were in court fighting over something. So, man, my hair looks horrible. Maybe I should just shave my head again. Oh, I don't question the tire issue, but think it's funny concept as I'm here in Arizona. Yeah, you guys just don't deal with that kind of temperature down there. Tugboat Timmy says, do you think you'll be able to get financing with your present financial situation? Yes, Tugboat Timmy. I've been talking to a number of people that have found it agreeable. We just haven't found the right boat for the right deal yet. So, by the way, happy to see made it to Florida. Well, thank you, John. Jim Brewer says, tell the renter that you reserve the right to sell to a different buyer. Oh, yes, we already know that, Jim. In fact, I told him that what he's going to get is a first right of refusal. I'm going to keep the property on the market. If somebody else comes along in the meantime, he either has to buy it or back out at that point. So, speaking of pirates, are there any places you wouldn't want to sell? Yes, there are some places in the world I wouldn't want to sell. Somalia being one of them. Can you tell us about the process of chartering without a license? Do they give you a quick competency test? What I did, Chris, is the first time I went down to the BVI to charter, I chartered a crude boat with a captain on it, and it was an instructional skipper. And so I went out for the first week with that skipper, and then the second week I went out just by myself. And after that, I've been able to just go out down there anytime I want to and charter and just go. In fact, I'm actually better with the boats than the captain was, because the one captain I was with down there ran aground while we were on a charter with him. He hit a rock. I had to jump in the water and guide him off the rocks that he'd ran into. So, rum is cheaper than Coca-Cola. It is down in the Caribbean. Are you sailboat shopping tomorrow? I've been sailboat shopping, David, for the last week. But yes, I've been on the phone talking to various people the last couple days. So, very actively sailboat shopping. So, or did buy a boat, just log it. No. Bahamas is in the top 3 cruise destinations of the world. $300 is a bargain. Absolutely is, Mike. When's your next live chat? Give time and so people around the world will know. Yeah, Captain George, I do live streams on Wednesday mornings and Sundays. Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. No, that's not true. 9 a.m. Alaska time, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's when I do my normal live streams. But lately I've been jumping in and doing some spontaneously in addition to those. But those are my 2 regular scheduled ones. This is one of my regular scheduled live streams tonight. So when it gets cold here, we say the tires have square wheels. It gets as cold as Alaska. I lived in San Diego for a long time. Yep. Yeah, when it's really cold out, the tires aren't really round, because, you know, they squish a little bit wherever you're parked. So when it's really cold and you first drive, your car kind of bounces a little bit because the tires are out of round until they warm up and round back up again. So it's one of those things you learn to deal with in Alaska. John, you made it home? Okay, good. I was worried about you, man. I'm glad you made it back safe. Awesome. Tim K, I can't help but notice that now you are in Florida. A certain female of yours seems to be... Oh, that's all right. Don is fine. You guys notice that Don is here, guys. By the way, I opened all the cages today. I'll just put it that way. I opened all the cages today. So, giving everybody another shot to be nice on the channel. If they're not, they get booted again. But I unlocked the cages today. So, not all charter companies will give you the keys without some type of sailing certification. Yeah, I don't know about sailing certification, but just some knowledge, some experience, you know. Of course, I've owned a couple sailboats, my own, that I've sailed, so they don't question me anymore. So, I don't know about everyone else, but I would love to see a video of you surveying your next boat. And I will absolutely be doing that, Pina. The boats that I've actually gone and looked at so far, I've looked at 3 of them so far. One, I did a live stream while I was there, but for some reason the live stream, I think I actually hit the wrong button and I deleted it instead of uploading it. And but I will do a better job at having more of that information available while I'm filming. So, conservation-wise, can you talk about the invasive species fish in Florida liking the channel? Country Cruiser, I'm going to be doing a ton of that kind of stuff as the regular features of my channel. Very much into ocean advocacy, conservation issues, you know, talking about lionfish and other invasive species that are there, you know, red tides and the causes for that kind of nonsense. We'll be having a lot of that conversation ongoing. So stay tuned, and I'll be having some of that once I get aboard a boat. Go jump on the trolley tomorrow and take a tour. John, I may just do that. I may just do that. So cold in Alaska, your words freeze and have to start fire to hear. Bob Scott, it's so cold in Alaska sometimes that when I went out inside to pee, yellow snow hit the ground. True story. So, when you go out to pee and you hear ice crinkling on the ground underneath of you, you know it's pretty cold outside. So, unlock the cages. Yes, Chris, I unlocked the cages. That's all right, Tim. I understand. How much longer are you going to be on the cat? Keith, I thought I was leaving tomorrow, but the folks that own the cat invited me to stay through till, I think, Thursday, or possibly longer. So I think I'm going to enjoy taking another day of rest and boat shopping tomorrow and concentrate on getting my truck done. I have some laundry to do. I haven't done that yet, so might just really enjoy myself in St. Augustine for a day or two and take a bit of a break. So, are you going to be a lionfish mass murderer? Chris, I am only going to kill enough lionfish for dinner. I'm not going to just go out and kill them indiscriminately, but I will go out and prefer them over other species so I can accomplish two good things at once. So, don't eat yellow snow. Isn't that the truth? Certain stores in Florida are selling lionfish in their stores now, as they should be. That was premature evacuation. Unlock the cages or unblock blocked people. Same thing, Akula. Same thing. Same thing. You figured that out. Good job. Wow, nice. Very nice of those viewers to allow you to stay for a few days. Keith, it's absolutely awesome. I mean, some wonderful, wonderful folks. So, in Alberta, when you go outside to pee, you have to walk backwards. Well, you definitely don't pee in the wind, guys. You definitely don't pee into the wind. That's for sure. You know, don't rush. Enjoy the journey. I am. Also, you can order it online and have it shipped if you're not in a position to catch your own. Huh, interesting. You know it's really cold when your eyes freeze shut. Yep, I've had that happen. Did Lily get some beach? No, we've not been to the beach yet. I really didn't do much of anything today, so someone else did not understand. I guess not. Kill all you can always freeze or give away. Okay, and it depends on where I'm anchoring and who I'm around. The boat I have, I don't imagine I'm going to have a lot of refrigeration. So, you hear about the crazy grab that happened in Texas this morning. Thanks God. I did not hear about that, Keith Butler. I've not heard anything about that. I have not been on the news at all. Not been really paying attention to much else today. Since you're talking about the cold in Alaska, was the outhouse heated? No, it was not. If not, how the heck do you keep from getting frostbite on the cheeks when you sit down? You learn to go very quickly. When it's minus 30 and you walk outside and you sit on that toilet seat, you learn to go very quickly. You also make sure that toilet seat is dry before you sit on it. Otherwise, you freeze to it. And that's not fun. So, why did I buy in Alaska? Because my daughter was a dog musher and she wanted to live in Alaska for better trail access and training. So, I'll stay unlocked since I ask questions Grandpa does not want to answer. Craigrist, if you're going to get on here and start crap, you're going to get booted again. I answer all questions honestly, but if you're going to ask stupid questions, you're going to get blocked. So, you can sell and dry extra fish. I might be able to. A shooter walked in. I missed someone's comment there. I apologize for that. Crap. Since you're talking about... Okay, I guess I didn't. Shooter walked into a church this morning and opened fire. Oh, man. Really? Mike, so far the people that own the catamaran have wanted to remain anonymous. So I'm not going to share their name. I asked them if they wanted to be on during a live stream or shoot some video with them, and they declined. So I'm going to allow them to maintain their privacy. So... But yes, they're really super people, and they are watching the live stream. So if you guys would, thank them for me, and jump in there and say hello and thank them, because it's really awesome of them to allow me to stay here. So, are you assuring the new boat has a diesel motor? Yes, Dijon. I will not buy a gasoline motor on a boat. So, hail up, Grandpa. I know you're going to love the environs of Lutheran Bahamas. Oh, I know so, Jim. Absolutely know so. And how are you doing today, anyway? Thank you for helping out, Papa. Hey, whole shot, no problem, man. I love to help out. To those that are allowing Grandpa to stay on your boat, thank you guys. You are wonderful people. There you go, Keith. Thank you for that. Thank you for that very much. ×2. Shooters are lower than whale poop. Bob Scott, isn't that the truth, man? Isn't that the truth? Unbelievable. You know, just what is going on with a person's life that drives them to doing something like that, to want to reach out and hurt other people? I just don't get it, you know? Have you ever heard of Bohemian anchoring? Bums on a Boat channel mentioned this technique, Bohemian anchoring. No, I've not heard of Bohemian. That's new to me. Thought about getting Grandpa's Goes t-shirts on sale. Actually, I am in the process of getting some t-shirts done up. So, very nice of the county. Yes, it is. Very nice. How's boat shopping? I've missed a few live feeds. Awesome. Boat shopping is awesome. Looking at a bunch of boats. And I'll be having a lot of video coming out soon of some of the boat shopping and looking at boats. So, thank you to whoever owns the boat. See, there you guys, giving them some love. That's awesome. Thank you very much for that. Mystery cat owners. Reef Savers has a decent lionfish site. Yes, they do. Yep. Yes, they do. Bless, thanks for asking. Thank you, cat owners. There you go. Oh, good, Jim. I'm glad. When the shirts are ready, Grandpa, let me know. I'll buy 3 the day they go up for sale. All right, Keith, we'll do. We'll do. I don't know what Bohemian anchoring is. I've not heard that before. Bahamian. Oh, maybe it's Bahamian he's thinking about, not Bohemian. Because in the Bahamas, they'll anchor bow to stern to keep their boat in line with the currents and the tide, so you're not swinging back and forth somewhat. Maybe that's what he's referring to. Good point. I missed that as a possibility. We'll need 2 of the new shirts when they come out. All right, we'll do, guys. Gun grab Manchurian candidate. Let us know, would like to get one. All right, good deal. I will let you guys know when they're available. Maybe you'll need Bahamian anchor using 2 acres. Yeah, Steve, I think that's what he's referring to. And that's what they do. In the Bahamas, a lot of the places there's a lot of current. So they'll run a bow anchor and they'll let the current take the boat downstream, and then they'll put out a stern anchor, and that way it's kind of like a Medmore situation, but with 2 anchors as opposed to an anchor and tying up against a wall at the town. So, Key West style bohem. Huh. One guy swims down and holds his breath and hangs onto a rock. Actually, up in Alaska, on the intercoastal of Alaska, as you come down through what they call the Inside Passage, it's again another area with huge tidal changes, like 16, 17, 18, 20 feet tidal changes. And so you'll do that quite often. The ground in a lot of those areas is really rocky, so it's hard to set a hook. So you'll go out and drop 1 anchor out in the rocks, and then you'll run a line to the shore, and then tighten yourself down between the rock anchor and the shore. So, Chris is on fire as usual. There you go. Lionfish are hard to do. You have to handle them differently. Yeah, you have to be a little careful with them, Dave. You don't want to get stung by one. Once you get your boat, which islands is your first destination? Whichever one is closest to Florida. I don't know yet, Austin. It all depends on where I buy the boat. If I buy a boat on the East Coast or if I buy a boat on the West Coast, that'll make a difference of which island I'll go to first. So, I thank Frank. I really appreciate you guys showing some love to them. That's really nice. They certainly deserve it. Really nice folks to let me stay here. So, found you a really good deal on a boat, but it's in freshwater. Lake transporting it could be an issue. Yeah, Keith. I have had some people tell me all about all kinds of boats that are up on, like Lake Erie and Lake Michigan, and I'm already in Florida. I don't want to go all the way up north to bring a boat all the way back down south. So, thank you, Randy. Stern tie is a common technique in the Gulf Islands and British Columbia. Yes, it is, Don. Very common. How large of shirts will you have available? I will have, John, I'll have shirts available up to a 5XL. The company I'm working with can produce shirts all the way up to a 5XL. So, lionfish can be real pricks. Yeah, well, you know, it's like the old saying on television, you know, you can prick your finger, but you can't finger your... Right? It's okay to say it one way, just not okay to say it the other way. So, stern tie is really cheap in Turkey when you get to the Med. Yeah, in the Mediterranean, stern tying up to the Keys there is a cost-effective way. They don't charge hardly anything for doing that, and you're right in town. So, I'm in Georgia. It's here in a lake, but again, transporting salt water. Oh, yeah, I don't want to have to haul a boat. Maybe if you could sail it from the lake to the ocean, that might be something, but not if you're going to haul the boat. Cuba, a possible option. Of course, absolutely. I would love to sail over to Cuba. Oh no, the Kappa. Eyes be heading to Cuba. I like the idea of going to Cuba. Any info on spear gun issues or restrictions? I heard some countries can be fussy. Yes, Country Cruiser, you really have to follow the regulations. Some countries you can use a spear gun while scuba diving, some you can't. Some you can't use a spear gun even when snorkeling. Some you have to use a Hawaiian sling type spear. So, and some you can't use a spear at all. So you have to follow the regulations wherever it is that you're going to be. It's a 40-footer, so I know it's plenty of a boat. Well, Keith, send me a link to it, and we'll take a look at it, but that'd be awful expensive, putting that up on a trailer and hauling it someplace. Free medical in Cuba. That's good to know. Maybe you can get Beck's as a sponsor. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, actually, the two beers that I prefer drinking are Beck's and Heineken. I prefer Beck's over Heineken, but I will often drink Heineken, only because Heineken sponsors a lot of sailboat races, and so I don't mind, you know, supporting someone like that. So... Captain is coming out of the GP. Good on you, Carl. Captain is coming out of the... Okay. Thanks, Maui. Are you going to buy insurance for the boat? Liability only, Jim. Just liability. Having a Bex now. Very good. Glad. Bahamas is free dive only for spearfishing. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. I've heard that Cuba has tons of rules for sailors, lots of restrictions, but I've not been there myself. Yes, that's my understanding too, Michael. Chris says, I saw a video of someone shooting lionfish underwater with a Glock. Actually, you know, Chris, I saw that video too. I don't know. Seems pretty weird to me, but I don't know. I would think it would be bad on the barrel to do that, but... if it was me, I'd be afraid to squeeze the trigger underwater of a gun. I'd be afraid it'd blow up because of the water in the barrel interfering with the bullet travel. But Sweetwater IPA is a great beer. You can find it in Florida, Grandpa. All right, Keith, let me try that. Liability while using someone else's boat while making payments. Yeah, you would do that, obviously, yes. How do I find out the info on certain countries and their fishing laws? You would check with that country, Country Cruiser. Get on that country's website and research it. Drinking Beck's with you, Grandpa. Cheers to you. Hey, there you go. Thanks, John. Cheers. Bad on the gun and your ears. I imagine it would be. You can just pole spears in the Bahamas. Yes, you can use pole spears in the Bahamas, Dale. Tool shed beer for me. Craft. Huh. I've not tried that one. Hey, Andre. What's the secret to grow a long beard like that? Time, and fertilizer. You gotta rub a little mouse shit in your beard to fertilize it. Really? Seller would be crazy to do that. Well, you'd be surprised, Jim. There's a lot of people trying to sell boats, and if I'm willing to give them a good price, they're willing to do that. So, and again, I'm not looking for any kind of long-term financing. Very short-term. It's one of the Glocks called to fame, underwater firing. Huh, I did not know that. Guns get one shot underwater if you put a condom on it to keep the barrel dry. Old San Diego Marines trick. Well, yes, I have heard of that, Michael Rempel, but that's what you would do. You would put something over to keep the water out of the barrel. But in this case, with that Glock, he didn't have anything over the barrel. He was just shooting the fish. In the video that I saw, it didn't look like there was anything keeping the water out of the barrel prior to dropping the hammer on it. So... Noonsight, yes, Noonsight is a good comprehensive site for going to and learning about the port rules and stuff. Yes, very good, Captain Who. Good recommendation. I sense you are a very unhappy and probably an unpleasant person too. I'm sad that you do not have the courage to do what You envying others. Yeah, David dear, let's not feed the troll. You know, I unblocked everybody as an act of kindness today, just to allow people to be participatory. And, you know, if people want to be that way, then, you know, then they're going to get blocked again. It's just that simple. So I thought I had saw another post from him a minute ago. It showed up on my cell phone, but I didn't see it show up in the chat down below. So I found that to be pretty weird, actually. So I may have missed some. Makes me wonder if I do miss some, because a chat came across up here, but not down there. It came on my cell phone, but not on my screen. So, Grandpa the Benevolent. Yes, firing a gun underwater would be a strange thing to do. Yep. Now, I have, for years, we used to use shotgun shells for sharks. You know, we had a shotgun spear we would use on sharks when I was growing up as a kid, fishing off Long Island. When we didn't know any better, we'd go out fishing. You know, we'd be trying to catch tuna or something, and the sharks would be stealing our bait. So every time we caught a shark, we bring it up and hit it with a bang stick to kill the shark. It's what you did back then. Now we know better. We don't do that anymore. So, fall back and drop the other one. Pull up the center of the boat. Yeah, that's exactly what they do in the in some of the Bahamas. Years ago, kids blew his thumb off with water in barrel. His nickname became Thumbs Up Charlie. Hey, Grandpa, great to see you made it from Alaska. Your thoughts on sailing a full keel boat, Island Packet, for instance? Very good. Yeah, 12 degrees. I highly recommend Island Packet. Excellent boat, great design. Like the full keel, very stable boat. I think it'll do just fine. So, can't we all just wear a thong? You do not want to see me in a thong. I would look like a sumo wrestler wearing a thong. Not a pretty picture. Oh, you missed some text. I must. Yeah, I must. Bob's got me in a thong is something you don't want to see. Nope, absolutely not. Could be the Glock was a Marine variant like the Walther PPQ Navy. Might be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know at all. All right, guys. Well, look, we've been an hour and a half. I actually had people ask me to try to keep the chats to an hour, and once again, we've gone an hour and a half. So, I don't know. Should we keep going, or do we call it quits? What do you guys want to do? I'm going to leave it up to you. I still have some of my beer left, so it's up to you guys. If you want to talk more, we can. Check chain plates on Island Packets. Yes, well, you should check chain plates on all boats. But yeah, it's surprising to me how some boats are more apt. I guess it's a design of the whole deck lip design, or maybe the pitch of the boat deck, how the water is pushed over. But interesting to me how so many boats have little nuances like that to them. So, got a friend of mine, quick question. Would a 32-foot boat be realistic for island hopping? Your response? Yeah, I think a 32-foot boat would be fine. If it's only one person or maybe two, I think a 32-foot boat is absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. Grab another cold one. All right, Tim, we can go a little longer. Funny, I don't remember James Bond firing underwater. No. Morgan 33. Any options? Any opinions? I think the Morgan 33 is a nice boat. I really do. How are swing keels for a blue water cruiser? Austin, I think a swing keel makes a lot of sense. Having a retractable keel that you can drop down really deep for nice tracking while crossing an ocean, and yet being able to retract that a lot when you're in someplace like the Bahamas, great idea. Yes, Sailing Ruby Rose has a retractable keel. The Shards on Distant Shores television show, YouTube channel, they also have retractable keels on their boat. Great idea. Hockey game in 20 minutes. I'm good till then. All right. Search YouTube for Glock lionfish. It's the first result. There you go. If I'm not here, I'm YouTube surfing anyway. There you go, Jared. Remember the saying, friends tell friends, say no to day glow. Keep going, it's interesting. All right, Frank, we can keep going. Longest live stream yet? No, Sorrenti, not. I had one go 2.5 hours once. We just got into a great conversation. Everybody just kept talking, so. Thank you, Donna. Thanks, Tim. The Discovery and Alubats are swing keel 2 great blue water boats. There you go. Yeah, Discovery actually is now making the boats that the Shards are on. Well, actually, Ruby Rose and the Shards are both on the Southerly, which are now being made by Discovery boats. Do the Negroes belong? Bailey, that's the kind of comment that gets you bumped here on my channel, so I'm going to put you in timeout for that. We don't go that way. MJ Sailing has a swing keel. There you go. One of the boats you looked at the other day almost had a swing keel. No, I don't think so. Oh, yes. Yes, actually, you're right. One of the boats I did look at had a swing keel. You are correct, yes. My Sailing has centerboard. Let's go for it. Hey, John, let's go for it, man. No problem. My boat is a swing keel, and I love it. Cool, Dale. No problem, whole shot. No problem at all. Good for Florida and Bahamas. Not much water here. Yeah, exactly. Swing keels are ideal. Swing keels and catamarans are the ideal boats for in the Bahamas. They really are. So, are you in Alaska right now? Cosmic Mirror, I am in St. Augustine, Florida on a beautiful catamaran sailboat, enjoying a beer and talking to you good folks in a nice warm area here. I am not in Alaska. I left Alaska about 10 days ago. Any info on checking into foreign countries? Where do I find this info? Again, I would go to Noonsite. Go to Noonsite. It's a website about sailing and cruising and entering and exiting other countries. Great resource. Funny you meant the one where the keel was separated from the... No, not that one. Unless you were meaning jokingly, yes. I guess then that would have been it. With the rusty keel bolts. Yeah, well, maybe so. Yes, okay, Chris. Yes, I missed the joke. I'm sorry. I am grandpa to 3 grandkids. When they want me to be with you next year, okay. They want me to be with you next year, okay. Cool, John, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go sailing this spring. Retractable keels will stick up if you run around in sand, mud, big problem. Yeah, if you... It's very common practice to leave your keel down until you hit bottom. And then you know you can raise your keel and back out of wherever you are. So it can be used as a safety valve, sort of. Did you not say before there are good and bad types of swing keels? Yes. Some of them aren't made very heavy duty. So, where will you live when you are selling your truck? Tugboat Timmy, I will live on my sailboat. So, wherever my sailboat is where I will live. I will become nomadic. Good luck with all. You look like a great grandpa. Well, thank you, Cosmic Mirror. How friendly is the U.S. Coast Guard? U.S. Coast Guard is perfectly friendly as long as you're not transporting drugs or illegal citizens or something. They're fine. Find Mrs. Grandpa with boat, no finance. Yeah, right? For life. There we go. All right, guys, so what else are we going to talk about? I'm going to have another gator bite. My gator bites are getting cold here. Just got just the right amount of blackening seasoning on them. Really good. And, of course, that woke up the dog. Become nomad. Yeah, I guess you're right, John. After 10 days of driving cross country, I guess I already am nomadic, aren't I? Depends on how many bales of Mary Jane you're trying to smuggle. There you go. For life on a boat. Wow. Yeah. I plan on spending the rest of my life on and off boats. So, yep. Yeah, Kelly, the gator bites here are awesome. I am in St. Augustine, Florida, in a marina. And there's a restaurant. I mean... 30 feet this way, literally 30 feet that way, there's a restaurant called Hurricane Patty's. Food is awesome, really good. So, explain what gator bites are. They're little pieces of gator meat that are seasoned and cooked beautifully. Swing keels, twin rudders, pretty common in the UK. Yes, they are, because you guys often have huge tide problems as well. U.S. Coast Guard are rule enforcers. Make sure you have your garbage plan. They don't make the rules, they enforce them. There you go. So a gator bite. Okay, so a gator bite is just a little piece of gator meat that is cut up into little bite-sized pieces. That's a gator bite. Seasoned with some blackening seasoning. Grilled. Delicious. What's the biggest catamaran boat you would want? 50. I don't think, you know, for just me, 50 would be a lot. 44 would be perfect. A 44-foot catamaran to me would be perfect. A 50 would be a lot of boat. I would not want to go bigger than that for just me and maybe one other person on board. But if I had a boat bigger than that, then I would create more opportunities for me to have some visiting people on board, like citizen science and stuff like that. We could do some, we can use the boat as a platform for doing some more research. So that would be cool. That was a hell of a road trip with any jet lag. No, Chris, no jet lag at all. Well, I don't know. Maybe some jet lag. I went to bed last night at 9 o'clock and slept right through till 7. So blackened, not deep fried. Yes, blackened and not deep fried, whole shot. Gator bites, living like a king already. There you go. You going to stay around USA or go out into the world? Both. I'm going to stay around the USA for a little bit, and then I'm going to go out into the world. Very nice. Gator is good. It is. I like ribs. Lily is going to be taking a lot of walks 30 feet that way. Yeah, she's already trying to. What's a garbage plan? A garbage plan is your plan of what you're going to do with your garbage that you create on your boat. You actually have to have a plan on and a printed plan on how you're going to deal with that. It's a Coast Guard requirement. Saba 50, nice boat. Looks like a big booger on the camera. Oh, the gator bite. Lily, get down. Get down. Sit. I think she may have to go out here pretty soon, guys. We may have to end this so I can take her for a walk. Any thoughts on American citizens carrying firearms in open waters? Does Alaska have laws like that? Thanks. Cool channel. Country Cruiser, as long as you're staying in American waters, you are allowed to carry a firearm with you. I am a big advocate of guns. I used to be a federal firearms dealer, and I've owned hundreds of guns in my life. Handguns, long guns, rifles, shotguns, pistols, black powder, you name it. I've owned it all. I'm not taking a gun on the boat with me because I'm going to be traveling to places that aren't America and they don't have the same rights that we have. And I really don't want to spend any time in a prison in a third world country. So, how long will you be able to sail? Well, I'll be able to sail until I can't sail anymore. I don't know the answer to that. Just check your guns and bullets in the country you're visiting. Not always, Maui-Lei. Some countries won't even let you do that. Some countries, you show up and you tell them you have a gun, they will confiscate your gun and may arrest you. It just depends on the country you're going to. If the YouTube and Patreon money doesn't roll in. Well, then I've made a major blunder in my life and I'll have to change things. So, the Seaward 46 is a nice lifting keel boat, but oh my, pricey. Yep. Not allowed at all in Greece. Not even mace or pepper spray. No, it's absolutely not. Yeah. Sorry about that, Andy. I guess, you know, it gave Craig Smith another chance to be a decent human being, and same old, same old. So he's the first new person being banned again. Oh well. If you're an idiot, you're an idiot. Leap of faith for sure. Flare gun with cayenne pepper. There you go. I hear you, boss. You're welcome, Country Cruiser. Yep. Yep. Craig is a permanent troll, and he is permanently gone. He will not get unbanned again. That I can assure you. What the heck? No pepper spray. Actually, I'm a big advocate of bear spray. But on some, again, some countries will not allow you to have pepper spray, Caspian pepper spray on board. You know what works really good? Flare guns work really good. Spear guns work really good. And so far, I've yet to find a country that has a problem with you having a bow and arrow. And if you're a hunter like me that's fired a bow and arrow a time or two, you can be pretty darn lethal with a bow. In fact, more lethal sometimes than with a gun, because I could shoot somebody with my bow, and the guy standing next to him won't even know what happened. Arrow will fly in and out through the guy so quickly in the blink of an eye. Just saying. A guy with a decent bow that knows what he's doing, keep your shots under 50 yards. Oh man, my eyes are tired. All of a sudden, everything went blurry again. Gotta get some sleep here, so. Flare guns are required in the U.S. Yes, they are required. Any interest in getting your ham license? No, not really. I don't think so. Hold on a second. And it could, they will all come, and if you build it, they will come, and if you do, support will come. Signed, mystery cat owners. Okay, so the mystery cat owners are saying, if you build it, they will come, so if you do it, the support will come. Signed, mystery cat owners. I love that. What a great response. What a great response. I love that. I used to shoot professional archery. It's very fun. Yes, it is, Austin. Good night, John Harris. We'll see you later. Good live chat. Have a great night. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and pull it here. I think the dog needs to go for a walk. My eyes are getting tired. And it's already getting close to my bedtime here, so I think I'm going to call it and go get a decent night's sleep again. The right answer is what you're comfortable with. Always, Mike. Absolutely always. I'm out to see. Okay. Take care, everyone. Good night. Okay, yeah. Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all later, you guys. Glad to have some fun with you again. I will be having some videos coming up pretty soon, and I should be doing another live stream on Wednesday, if not sooner. So we'll talk to y'all later. Be good, be careful, and take good care of each other, okay? We'll see you later, guys. Bye.